Semifinal 2 will be Sebastian Mandelbaum, Martin Jauregui, Alejandro Navijo Estrada, and Nano Gracida. 4 great teams playing here this weekend, 3 of which are 17 goals, and Semifinal 1 featuring Leo Mandelbaum will be 18 goals. So in our morning game, no handicap in play today. 2 even teams getting ready to start. We have a nice look at the players here, all sharing their good mornings. As soon as we have all 8 players on the field and our mounted official, we will be getting this one underway. Today's mounted official, Dale Schwetz, in the saddle. Going over some final instructions here with the teams. And we will be getting this one started here. Looks like we have the Three Graces team. Juan Bollini playing back. Santi Tocalino playing the number 2 position today with Nic Roldan at the 3 spot. And, of course, Rebecca wearing her number 1. On the other side of things, we got Gene Goldstein playing number 1. Jason Crowder at the 2. Freddy Mannix at 3. And Tommy Collingwood playing the back position. Here we go. Players ready to get underway. And we are off and working quickly out of the bowl. And there it's going to be Gene Goldstein with a little pass over here to Fred Mannix. Mannix now working his way down the field. Sends it to the goal. Will this one go? Get a nice look at this one here. Just a little bit wide on that one. So we see the Three Graces team lining up here for a knock-in. Here we go. It's going to be Mr. Juan Bollini with the number 4 on his back to start things off here with the knock-in from the north end. Juan taps it a couple times, then gives this one a ride downfield. He's got Nic Roldan getting into position here, but, ooh, look at that. Fred Mannix coming in with a steal here. Nicely done by Mannix. Fred having a little trouble there, fighting with the bouncing ball. Maintains possession, though. He's got Tommy Collingwood running a little bit of interference for him here. Fred gets away from the defender here. Now he's got to step on his man. Where's he going to go with this one? Is he going to take it all the way down? Fred Mannix trying to keep that one under control, having a little bit of trouble. Roldan is there for Three Graces with the steal. Nick trying to find Santi Tocalino, comes up a little short. Here comes Fred Mannix back in control. Mannix, his pass over here looking for Crowder. Crowder unable to get there. It's going to be Roldan. Nick. Roldan drops that back behind here, leaves it behind for Juan Bollini. Bollini now back to Roldan. Nick, he's got Santi playing a little close, and he knows he always has Rebecca downfield. Nic Roldan. Nick sends this one down here, trying to find Rebecca Cohen. Comes up a little bit short, and it's going to be Fred Mannix to take it out of there. Mannix, his pass intercepted once again by Roldan. Getting this one back under control for Three Graces. Roldan gets a turn back facing the right direction. He's got his number 2, Santi Tocalino, working down, trying to get there, unable to find it. And the whistle's going to sound here right about center field. See our umpire discussing the play here. We'll get a nice look on the replay. Roldan's shot here. And a little contact made there, just about center field with Tocalino and Collingwood. And we are going to head south with this one. Dale Schwetz, our mounted official today. Gaston Dorniak on the sidelines as well. We play with one umpire here in our spring league, but we always have a second man available. And, of course, we always have the umpire triggers available here at CTV Sports. We've got all the camera angles here in our state-of-the-art studio. Nic Roldan going to get this one lined up, or teed up here the way he likes it. So, here comes Roldan with his approach. Nick fires this one down, and nicely done there by Roldan. Going to get the first point on the board here with that penalty number 4 conversion. Beautifully shot there by Roldan as we head back to center field for another bowl-in. honor-mounted official. Teams, of course, switch directions of play after every goal is scored so that neither team gets a wind, sun, or field advantage. Here we go. Out of the bowl, and it's going to be Roldan. Quickly grabbing a hold of this one. Gene is there. Trying to get something working here. Roldan gets around the defender. Nic Roldan. He's got Santi running a little bit of interference there. Roldan fires one down towards the goal. But it's going to go wide to the left-hand side. Here we have Tommy Collingwood getting into position for the knock-in. It looks like it's going to be our courtesy change, though, for checker number 1. The courtesy change, of course, something that we pride ourselves on here at the Grand Champions Polo Club. We use it in all levels of play, from 6 goal all the way up to 26. It is a designated time for the players to swap their pony. You can think of it as a pit stop in Formula 1 or NASCAR, whichever racing you prefer to compare it to. It is supposed to be done as quickly as possible. We see some of the players doing the flying change here, quick and easy, onto the next pony as quickly as you can and back out onto the field. This is so that the game does not lose momentum. It's been well received here at Grand Champions by players, grooms, veterinarians, trainers, and spectators alike. It makes it a designated time to change your pony right about mid-chucker. So we see the players coming back out here on to the playing field. Rebecca Cohen, Nic Roldan having a little chat on their way back out. And as soon as we have everyone ready to go, we'll get this one back underway with a knock-in to be taken in favor of Newport down on the north end of the field. 3 minutes, 22 seconds. We see the clock there. The scoreboard in view of our center cam. And here we go with Tommy Collingwood. Umpire calls play. Collingwood fires this one from the back line. Sends it downfield. He's got players in motion. Crowder going to get there. Picking up the ball. Jason Crowder over center field now. Jason having a little trouble there, but he's able to recover. Nicely done here. Little handy little pony there under Crowder. Jason gets it back under control. Fires one down. Trying to find one of his teammates. Couldn't find Freddy. Couldn't find Tommy. And it's going to be Nic Roldan to come across. But we do have a whistle on the play. Let's see a little better angle on this one. Yeah, so that's going to be a right-of-way violation there. Good call on the field. 3 graces. Getting the foul here. Juan Bollini behind the ball. Penalty number 5 from the spot of the infraction. Here we go with Bollini. Juan. He's got Crowder coming in to apply some pressure here. Juan Bollini fires one down along the ground. He's got Roldan in position. Nic picks it up, trying to keep this one under control here. Goes against Fred Mannix. Mannix able to disrupt that play, but Santi Tocalino is there for the recovery. Nice little play here by Tocalino. Back up to Roldan with Mannix on his hip. Roldan fires one at the goal. And a little bit wide there on that one. Tommy Collingwood getting into position here for the knock-in. Tommy taps it once, twice now. Looking around, checking his surroundings. Now he unleashes a big bomb down the field. He's got Gene Goldstein in motion. Goldstein picks it up. Beautiful pickup there at center field by the number 1 for Newport. Goldstein gets ridden off that line here, and the ball is picked up by Roldan. Nic, he's got Bollini behind, Santi in front, and, of course, Rebecca Cohen always playing the perfect number 1 position. Downfield, waiting for the pass, And here comes Tocalino over center field. Now it's going to be passed over here along to Roldan. Roldan goes for a big next shot there, unable to make the contact he wanted. Collingwood going to come in and back that one out of danger. No one home to receive it but Bollini. Juan Bollini goes for a little back shot there, unable to make contact. Here is Mannix now. Fred Mannix gives this one a ride down the field. He's got Goldstein trying to get into position there. But the whistle does sound. Oh, man, nope. My apologies. Not a whistle. That ball took a funny hop over the sideboard. So change of possession here. Bollini with the ball. Juan. Nice little fake out there. Jason watching closely here. Juan fakes him out. Roldan goes for the ball. Miscues on it, but able to recover. Kicked by Jason's pony now. Here is Roldan. Avoids the hook from Crowder. Nic Roldan fires this one down. He's got Rebecca Cohen. As I mentioned before, she plays the great number 1 position here. Getting in the right place at the right time there, but she's going to be taken out of that play with Collingwood getting possession now. Collingwood. Tommy Collingwood working this one down here. Beautiful approach shot. Collingwood's pass up in front. No one home to receive. Backed out of danger here. And coming in on the ball will be Collingwood once again. But the double horn sounds, and that is all we got, folks, for Chucker number 1. We'll be right back in it with more action here in the Memorial right here on CTV Sports after this break. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Live here at field number 3, Grand Champions Polo Club. This is the Memorial. We've just finished Chucker number 1. About to start number 2 here. 3 Graces in the burgundy jerseys if you're just joining us, playing against Newport in the white. We have a good look at the 3 Graces Polo team here. Rebecca Cohen playing number 1. Santi Tocalino playing the number 2. Nic Roldan at 3. And Juan Bollini playing the back position at 4. Played all the way down to the double horn to end Chucker number 1. So that's how we begin here in Chucker number 2. Newport, of course, Gene Goldstein, Jason Crowder, Freddy Mannix, and Tommy Collingwood. And here is Tocalino for 3 Graces. Unable to keep that one under control. It's going to be Tommy Collingwood now. Grabbing a hold of this one, getting it turned back, facing the right direction. Collingwood from about a standstill sends a pass over here. Looking for Jason Crowder. Crowder's going to find it right about center field. Tocalino coming in to apply some pressure here. Crowder goes to the near side, fires one up here. Bad luck looking for Gene Goldstein. Going to be kicked by Goldstein's pony. And here is Fred Mannix to recover the play for Newport. Mannix working all the way down to the goal mouth. Nicely done there by Fred Mannix. Getting a point on the board here. Tying us up here, 1 goal apiece. Get a nice look at this. Fred Mannix picking up the play. Working around Bollini there. Nicely done. Escorts that ball between the uprights. Beautifully executed play there by the Newport team. Excuse me. Back at center field here for a Bolin. Coming out of there quickly is going to be Nic Roldan. Nick, of course, responsible for the goal on the Three Graces side of the scoreboard with the penalty number 4 conversion in chucker number 1. Roldan fighting hard here against Collingwood. The battle of the number 4s. Roldan's going to get the better of him coming out here with the ball. Roldan pops it up a little bit. Fires one down along the ground here. He's got Rebecca Cohen in motion. Cohen can't quite stay on that line. It's going to be picked up now by Mannix. Fred working his way down the field now. Fred Mannix, he's got Crowder here in motion. Nicely done there. Beautiful little pickup there by Crowder. And here is Gene Goldstein. And Gene going to take it all the way down. But just off angle. Ever so slightly there. And we see Juan Bollini lining up here for the knock-in for Three Graces. Bollini taps it into play. Now he's going to fire one down. Looking for his number 3, Nic Roldan. Roldan gets a hold of that one momentarily, but it's going to be backed out by Fred Mannix. Mannix, his pass intercepted once again here by Tocalino. Now backed out of there once again here by Collingwood, this time right to the mallet of Gene Goldstein. Goldstein playing with Bollini on his hip. 3 minutes, 33 seconds left to play here. Collingwood coming in on the action. Collingwood. And the whistle will sound here. Take a look at the replay. This is going to be Gene leaves it there for Collingwood. Bollini is there. And Collingwood coming down the line. Let's see what our mounted official decides to do with this one here. We're going to find that out here after the courtesy change. We see the players running off to the sidelines here to hop on a fresh mount. It is very warm today, warm and humid. So the courtesy change definitely appreciated by our athletes today. Nice little flying change there by Jason Crowder. Crowder doing a nice job here all spring long. Crowder's always one of the fun ones to watch here. In any level of polo. Gene Goldstein making his way back out onto the field. 2-1 now the score. Newport on top. Okay, so penalty 1 was called there. We see the score reflected on our screens. Penalty 1, we did get a look at that one before the courtesy change. That was about as close to the goal mouth as you could possibly get there. And so the umpires decide to award an automatic goal to the Newport squad, and they will get possession at center field. Collingwood gets it teed up here the way he likes it. Collingwood with the circle, getting ready for his approach. As soon as the umpire calls play, we will see Collingwood start his approach here. And here we go. Tommy Collingwood taps this one into play from center field. Tommy. Collingwood fires one sends it all the way down. It's got the distance, not quite the angle. So we see Juan Bollini going over to grab a hold of a ball for the knock-in for three graces. Bollini and Roldan playing a fantastic game here, using each other very well. And, of course, Roldan and Tocalino coming off of playing the U.S. Open together. Lots of great teamwork out here on the field today. Big one sent down here, and Roldan trying to get there, but it's going to be backed out by Collingwood. And look at this interception there by Tocalino. Tocalino, his pass looking for Roldan. Unable to get there, though. It's going to be Collingwood once again. Tommy grabbing a hold of it here, working around. Tommy Collingwood gives this one a ride up the field here. He's got his number one, Gene Goldstein, there. Nice pickup there just before center field. Goldstein. Gino unable to keep that one under control. But look at that coming down the line in the cleanup position. It's going to be Crowder. Jason, his pass comes up a little bit short of the back line here. Still a live ball. Picked off now by Tocalino. Santi Tocalino. Ooh, showing some ball control there, but it's going to be kicked by the pony. Picked off now by Collingwood. Collingwood drags it forward, now slaps a back shot here, trying to find one of his teammates. Over here along the sideboards. Bunch of players convene on that ball. It's going to be Tocalino. Santi. Tocalino with possession now, working his way up the field. Santi gives that one a ride down, looking for Collingwood. Collingwood gonna find it, but the whistle does sound. We see the scoreboard in view on our screens, 1:26. It looks as the official time. Here is the replay on this one. Collingwood coming down the line. Santi coming down his own line. So we are heading north with this ball. Bittersweet here this weekend. Our final weekend of polo in our spring league. But don't worry, folks. We will be up and running again shortly in Aspen at our sister club, the Aspen Valley Polo Club. That season begins early July, and we will play throughout the entire month of July and August. All games, of course, available to watch live on CTV Sports. Here's Nic Roldan with the penalty number 2. Makes it look super easy there. Roldan going to tie it up here. Roldan, of course, responsible for both of the goals there by 3 graces, both from the penalty stripe, 1 penalty 4, and now this penalty 2. As we head over to center field. And going to line up here on our mounted official. Dale Schwetz is there, ready for the teams as soon as he sees a clean and proper lineup here. Does not find the clean and proper lineup here. Wants everyone to regroup. And we see that this is how a bowling should look. One team on one side, the other on the other of that center stripe. Here we go. Gene Goldstein picking up the pass here out of the bowling. Goldstein. Gene keeping this one going. Not a whole lot of time left to play here. Goldstein. And that one. Let's take a look at here on the replay. See Gene going to the goal, trying to find that one. Does not cross the back line. Maybe. It did. Let's see. Looks like that's going to be Chucker here. We're going to get some clarification from the field, but it may have been a penalty number 2 from the spot. We did see Tommy Collingwood hit that ball. We're going to get some clarity from our field side correspondents. But regardless, that's all we have for Chucker number 2, and we will have the answer to that question when we return after this short break. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We did get some clarity from our field side correspondent. We were correct in that was a penalty there, and it was a penalty number 2 from the spot of the infraction taken by Tommy Collingwood and converted. So here we are starting Chucker number 3 with a Bolin at center field. 3-2 the score, Newport on top. It's going to be Roldan to get possession out of the Bolin. Nick. Looking around, checking his surroundings. He knows he has Bollini playing behind here, but no need for Bollini. He's going to fire one up the field. Trying to find one of his teammates, but it's going to be backed out of there. Collingwood over here to Crowder now. Jason gets this one under control here, trying to feed this one back to Collingwood. Nicely done here. Nice little pickup, and gives this one a ride. Fred Mannix now in possession. Mannix sends a big pass up the field, trying to find one of his teammates, basically looking for anybody but Nic Roldan, who's going to intercept and steal this one back for Three Graces. Three Graces trail by 1 goal here early in Chucker number 3. That ball's going to be backed over here, picked off once again by Crowder. Now stolen back there by Tocalino. Fred in there. Now Roldan going to come away with it here. Nick. Roldan sends this one down up the field here. Coming in will be Mannix, but looks like the whistle has sounded there. See all the players coming to a stop. Let's take a look here on the replay. Roldan with the ball, trying to send it down along the sideboards here. Collingwood comes in. Slams on the brakes a little bit there. A little bit of danger factor in that one. So the umpire blows the whistle and stops the play. Nice view of our scoreboard there. 3-2, of course. In favor of Newport. And we will have a penalty here in favor of Three Graces. Nic Roldan to do the honors. Or is he going to try to pass the stick? Let's see. Four minutes, 59 seconds. We see the scoreboard there. 3-2 in favor of Newport. They are wearing the white and light blue colors. Here's Roldan. Waiting for the umpire to call play. Roldan, he's had a penalty number 4 conversion and a 2. Oh. After some discussion here, this ball's going to be moved back. Our mounted official there talking. You can see him on his radio there talking to our unmounted official who's there on the sidelines. Here's Roldan. Nick for the penalty number 4. Skirts that one right inside the post. Nicely done. And just like that, Roldan is still 100% on the penalty stripe today. 2 4s and a 2 converted. And we have a tie ball game, 3 goals apiece here in the third chukker. Players making their way over to center field, lining up here. And, of course, switching directions of play as we do after every goal is scored. Umpires looking for a clean and proper lineup here. Have not seen it just yet, and here we go. That ball's put back on the ground. Coming out of there with it is going to be Collingwood. Tommy Collingwood throws the parking brake on there, trying to maintain possession. Bollini coming down. Not too happy with this one. Let's see what our umpire is going to do with this. Get a nice look at it from the drone footage here on the replay. Collingwood. And yes, with Bollini coming down the line there. The angle was not great on that one. Meaning it was a little... Had there been more speed, could have definitely caused a collision here, but we are going to rule it in favor of the 3 Graces. And Nic Roldan gets this one teed up just the way he likes it. Nic Roldan will do the honors here. And here is Roldan. Oh, bad luck there by Roldan. That one's going to go wide to the left-hand side there. I was just saying how great he's been from the penalty stripe. But here is Collingwood with the knock-in for Newport. Tommy. Keeping it close here for the moment. Looking around, checking his surroundings, seeing who he has to hit to. He's got Gene Goldstein up in front. Goldstein goes for his hit there. Unable to make contact and followed up nicely here by Crowder. Jason Crowder trying to keep this one under control. Unable to for the Newport team. It's going to be Roldan over here to Tocalino. Roldan and Tocalino play some great polo together here. They know how to use each other very, very well. Tocalino with possession once again here. Tries to send a pass out to Rebecca Cohen. Comes up a little short of Rebecca. And it's going to be picked up by Collingwood, who passes off to Fred Mannix. Mannix takes his shot high in the air. Drops it down right in front of Jason Crowder now. Crowder going to send this one up. Still a live ball here. Crowder and Bollini, they're going to come together, and we will have a knock-in. 2:46 left to play here in chukker number 3. We got our courtesy change. Get a nice shot here of Santi Tocalino heading to the tent. Ready to hop on a fresh pony. And here come the rest of the players. Mentioned the courtesy change before. It's very well received by everyone involved with the match. Players, grooms, trainers, etc. Very well received, and it keeps down a lot of injuries, or keeps the number of injuries down, I should say. because you know you have a designated time to change your pony. And of course, with the weather this morning, it is very hot, very humid. The ponies appreciate the designated time as well. Here we go. Players making their way back out onto the field. Ready to resume chukker number 3. And we are going to march down towards the north end. Here we have the players. 3 minutes 45 seconds, 2 minutes 45 seconds. My apologies on that. Still plenty of time to break this tie here. But the first half is almost completed. And we have Juan. Oh, no, that's not Juan. That's Santi Tocalino behind the ball. Tocalino. All right, I guess that was a little bit of a false start there by Tocalino. Now we have the rest of the players over here ready to resume the action. Three Graces team convening over there behind the ball. Discussing a little bit of strategy. All right, and here we go. This time for real, it's going to be Juan Bollini to bring this one back into play. Bollini fires one down here, looking for Roldan, who's going to pick this one up nicely here. Nic. Roldan. Nic tries to find one of his teammates there, looking for Santi, but it's going to be picked off by Collingwood, who passes over to Mannix. Mannix now with possession here, trying to keep this one under control. Over along the far side, coming back in on the action will be Tocalino. Trying to keep this one moving forward here. Now goes for a big shot here. Not quite the shot he was looking for on this one, but a bunch of players are all convening here on the ball. It's going to be Nic Roldan to win that play. Roldan now coming in on the action, maybe Rebecca Cohen. Cohen doing a fantastic job here. Pass it over to Roldan. Nic trying to keep this one under control. Tocalino there, not able to get a hold of it. Here is Collingwood now. Tommy with a big pass up the field. He's got number 1, Gene Goldstein, in position here. Ridden wide off that line, though, and picked up by Tocalino. Santi Tocalino takes it around the long way here, gets turned back facing the right direction. He's got Mannix there on his hip, being a little bit of a thorn in his side. That ball's going to come just out of reach there for Tocalino, but no worries as Roldan is there in the cleanup position. Nic Roldan. Keeping this one going here. Loses the handle. Collingwood coming across, but everyone slams on the brakes there. And the play is stopped. Get a nice look at this one. Collingwood with Roldan in control. Now here is Mannix. Collingwood coming across here. What Roldan had a bit of a line established there. Always thankful for their drone footage, especially when it comes to these angle plays. You get a very good look at what is going on. So the foul's going to go in favor of Three Graces. And here we go, just about ready to send this one over. Roldan from the 30-yard stripe. Nic, dead center between the uprights there. Nicely done. Breaks the tie, taking back the lead here. 3 Graces with 4 now. 2 Newports, 3. And that's going to do it for our chucker, as that was right before the horn had sounded. So that's it for the first half. We'll be right back in it with more action here in just a couple of minutes. Stay tuned here on CTV Sports. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here at the Grand Champions Polo Club. Field number 3. This is the first semifinal of the Memorial. If you're just joining us here, we have Three Graces and Newport. Three Graces in the burgundy jerseys, Newport in the white and blue. And here we go with a bowl-in to start us off here in Chukker number 4. 4-3 the score here. Three Graces on top. And Roldan, from a standstill, sends this one up here, looking for one of his teammates here. Backed out of danger, though, by Newport. Crowder coming across, trying to grab a hold of it, but Santi Tocalino gets established on that line first. Tocalino. He's got Roldan downfield. He's got Cohen downfield. He's got the goal downfield. Tocalino. Ooh. Bad luck on that one. Going to go wide to the left-hand side here. Tocalino. One of the heavy hitters here. Actually, this Three Graces team consists of 3 very heavy hitters. Nic Roldan and Santi Tocalino, both known for scoring from center field or beyond. And Juan Bollini, of course, has a very, very strong arm as well. Roldan takes the shot there and could have put it in. Heading back over here to center field to line up on our mounted official. And back at center field, here we go. It's going to be Fred Mannix trying to grab a hold of that one out of the bowl-in. Unable to. Here comes Tommy Collingwood. Collingwood now has possession. Santi watching him like a hawk here. Collingwood unleashes the pass up the field, looking for a teammate here. It's going to go off to the right-hand side. Roldan slamming on the brakes here, grabbing a hold of this ball. Wants to make sure he's got all of it here. Roldan fighting off defenders left and right. Here we go. Nic sends that one out of there finally. Looking to find one of his teammates. Here is going to be Fred Mannix, though. Mannix got a little touch on it. Now Collingwood backs it up to Mannix. Mannix fires one towards the goal. And Mannix's shot going to go a little bit wide here. We see Juan Bollini getting ready for the knock-in. Bollini taps it once, then fires a huge one down the field here, looking for a teammate. What's he going to find? Who's he going to find? It's going to be Fred Mannix to get there first. Sends it along the boards, but Roldan intercepts with a back shot of his own. And here comes Tocalino, working his way down. Passes this one up the field, over center field to Rebecca Cohen. Cohen, miscues on that ball, left behind. Here comes Collingwood. Tommy Collingwood working his way around here. Collingwood sends a big shot down the field, looking to find Jason there, but unable to. Here comes Roldan. Nic Roldan coming around. Nice little play there by Tocalino. Sends that one further down. Couple players convene on that ball, unable to make contact with it. Tocalino fires a huge one up the field. He's got Roldan in position. Ooh, bad luck there. Roldan goes for the near side, unable to make contact with it here. But the whistle did sound. So let's see what our umpire has decided on this one. We definitely have a courtesy change. It may just be a courtesy change. We'll see how they line up when they get back onto the field. Either way, the score stands 5-3 with Three Graces on top here in Chukker number 4. Players making quick work of the courtesy change here. It's what we always like to see. Short and sweet to maintain that game momentum here. Crowder Jason Crowder, a very superstitious man. Jason Crowder, very good friend of mine. He plays in 2 helmets in every game. He starts off with the wood grain Casablanca helmet for the first half of virtually every game that he plays, and then at halftime, he will swap into his Where's Waldo helmet. I believe this is the Where's Waldo Space, outer space design. Crowder's had a bunch of cool helmets over the years. He's a very superstitious player. He will never wear the number 3 either, so you generally see him wearing the number 2. Sometimes he'll play back. We got a good look at Jason's helmet when he was coming off the field there. 3 Graces team here, ready to get back underway. Having a little friendly chat with our mounted official. There's Crowder coming in on the screen here, wearing the 2 on his back today, and that is his Where's Waldo Space helmet. Of course, Casablanca can do anything you'd like on a helmet. They have the technology to put any image you'd like to use, any pattern, anything like that. Casablanca, a very big sponsor here at Grand Champions Polo Club. And here we go with Tommy Collingwood. Going to send this one back in. That was a fair play bowl in here, so they did call the timeout just for the courtesy change. Crowder getting a hold of this one here. Sends this one along the ground, looking for Mannix. Fred Mannix goes and slips in right behind Bollini and escorts this one to the goal mouth and right on in. Nicely done there by Fred Mannix. Getting his team back within 1 now. 5-4 the score. 3 Graces still holding on here. Get a nice look at this one on the replay with Mannix working his way down the field with a Bollini on his hip. Nicely done there by Fred Mannix. As we head back to center field, umpire looking for a clean and proper lineup. He sees it and puts this one on the ground, coming out of there with it. Ooh. Jason Crowder goes for a big neck shot there. Miscues on it. Got a little hung up there on the neck of the pony, but he's able to regain his seat. And here is Tocalino. Santi Tocalino. Crowder gets a hold of that one here. Collingwood tries to get there, unable to make contact with it. And it's going to be sent down by Tocalino, looking for Rebecca Cohen. Rebecca Cohen got a hold of that one, but unable to maintain possession. Here comes Crowder. Jason. Here's Roldan getting it back under control here for 3 Graces. Roldan. Nic leaves it behind for his number 2, Tocalino. Santi Tocalino sends one over here. Can he get back to it? No, not this time. It's going to be taken out of there by Mannix. Fred. No one home, though. It's going to be picked up there by Bollini. Just over a minute remains here in Chucker number 4. Over center field now. Juan Bollini chasing down this ball. Grabs the line. Sends a little disrupting play there, but no fear for Collingwood. He's able to get it back under control here and try to work his way towards the goal mouth. Crowder coming in behind, trying to get there. It's going to be Collingwood maintains possession. Collingwood can't quite make contact with that ball. There it is. Bunch of players all convene on it, and the whistle's going to sound there. A little bit of contact was made. The time is out. We see a bunch of players all convening on this ball. We see some contact with the blue number 1 and the red number 4. And we will see what the result of that whistle is. Umpire on the field discussing with our off-field umpire as well, just to gain a little bit of clarity. It was a little bit of a melee play there. So it looks like that will end our chucker number 4. So we're going to go ahead to a little break here in between chuckers. We'll let the players get on fresh ponies, and then I will explain the result of that whistle once the players return out onto the field. So stay with us here on CTV Sports. This is all right. Welcome back, folks, to CTV Sports. This is the Memorial. Here we go with chucker number 5, beginning here with a penalty there in favor of Three Graces. A little bit of a slow start to that one. Bollini tapped it in. Now Roldan's going to fire one down here, trying to find one of his teammates, but it's going to be picked up, taken back there by Collingwood. Nic trying to come down and pick this one up, unable to. Crowder with possession. Jason Crowder. He's got Gene Goldstein up in front here, out in front, working his way down the field here. Nice ball control here by Gene Goldstein. And Gene gets it done. What a fantastic play there by Gene Goldstein, the number 1 for Newport. Take a good look at this on the drone footage. Cool, calm, and collected, working his way down the field. And takes one last shot there. Watches it roll between the uprights. Beautifully done by Gene Goldstein, tying us up here 5 goals apiece in chucker number 5. And we have the players all discussing something here. Our mounted official discussing something with his unmounted official as well. So, a little bit of discussion going on. Let's see what we end up doing. Umpire making his way back out here, pointing towards the center. And away we go. Back in action. 5-5 score here at chucker number 5. Roldan going to get a hold of this one here. Roldan takes a little neck shot across over here, following up his own shot. Roldan Nick keeping this one going here, trying to find the goal mouth. Where is it going to go? Nic Roldan. Get a nice look at this one on the replay. Roldan with Fred on his hip. Roldan sends it right between the uprights here. Breaking the tie, 6-5 the score here. Three Graces back on top. The Three Graces team doing a fantastic job in every level that they play. Rebecca Cohen, of course, the number one on Three Graces dressage. Or Three Graces polo. She's a dressage rider. Her farm name is Three Graces, and we are very happy to have the Three Graces team playing this weekend. Collingwood tries to grab a hold of that one. Crowder coming down, trying to get it back under control. Roldan. And Roldan going to find it again here. Nicely done there by Nic Roldan. Get a nice look at this one here. Roldan, he's going to get tagged by that back shot there by Collingwood. And he's able to recover. Nicely done here. 7-5 the score. As we line up back at center field, or we will line up at center field. Looks like it is a courtesy change timeout as well. Coming back after that goal. And we see the players head off over to the corner to hop on a fresh mount and get back underway. Players getting ready to come back out here. As I mentioned at the beginning of this match, there's a little bit of weather coming our way. We do have another game scheduled for 5:15 p.m. today. The best way to get all of the most up-to-date information here on all of our games throughout the season at the Grand Champions Polo Club is you can use one of two ways. You can use our app available on the App Store and the Play Store. GCPC is what you search to find that app, and it is our Grand Champions logo on a blue background. That app is always the most up-to-date place to find schedule information, especially on days like this where there may be weather involved. Keep an eye on that. Keep refreshing that page for any type of updates or delays. You can also find that information on our website, gcpolo.com. So as always, we would love to be able to play every game, but there are some weather restrictions from time to time. So keep an eye on that throughout the day. That range is supposed to start around noon, and it's supposed to get heavy between 2 o'clock and 4 o'clock. So please do stay up to date on our schedule with the app or our website. Here comes Jason Crowder out of the Bolin. Getting a nice look at that Casablanca helmet he's got on. Mentioned that one earlier. It's the Where's Waldo Space page. Coming down the line here is going to be Crowder, backing that one out of danger. Right to the mallet of Collingwood. Collingwood fumbles with it a little, and here comes. Nope, Roldan going to come through, but there has been a whistle. We see a nice look at it here on the drone footage on the replay. Collingwood coming down what he thought was the line. Santi coming down what he thought was the line. One of these guys is wrong, and it looks like it's going to be in favor of Three Graces. Nicely done. Coming around to take the shot here. Penalty number 5 will be Juan Bollini. I mentioned before, Nic Roldan, Santi Tocalino, and Juan Bollini, 3 of the heaviest hitters we have at the Grand Champions Polo Club. They have such strong arms on them, can fire that ball from a standstill better than most. Cohen with possession here, trying to keep this one under control. Rebecca Cohen. And Rebecca going to get one here. Nicely done there by Rebecca Cohen. Get a nice look at the replay here. She picks up the play, keeping this one under control, working back towards that goal mouth, having a little trouble with the ball, but able to recover, and a beautiful goal has been scored. Rebecca gets a mark on her column on the score sheet. 8-5 now the score. 8-5 here at center field. Where's this one going to go? It's going to be Roldan trapping that one. Nicely done here by Roldan. Traps that ball, sends it downfield. He's got Mannix on his hip. Mannix, nice play there by Fred Mannix. Rides Nic just a little wide of the line and get a back shot in. Here comes Collingwood now. Sends this one further down the field. He's got Gene Goldstein. Gene trying to keep this one under control here. And Fred Mannix. Mannix trying to keep that one under control. Roldan comes in with the steal here. And Roldan unable to keep that one going. Collingwood able to recover this broken play for Newport. And here he has Fred Mannix in motion. Mannix. Fred. Nicely done here, working both sides of the pony. Fred Mannix. What a great play there. What a great goal by Mannix. Getting his team back within 2. Get a nice look at this one on the replay here in the drone footage. Mannix takes the shot and goes to the near side. Beautifully executed shot there by Fred Mannix. Back at center field. It's going to be Mannix once again. Stolen, though, by Nic Roldan, trying to maintain possession here. Working both sides of the pony there. Gets a hold of it now. Does a deep neck shot here. That ball comes to a stop right at center field here on the boards. It's going to be picked off by Tocalino. Tocalino working his way down. Sends this one up the field. Tocalino has the distance. Not quite the angle on that one. We're going to have a knock-in to start us off with our next chucker. That is going to do it for that chucker. That ball crossed the end line after the 30-second horn had gone. So stay with us, folks. We've got more action coming your way here in the Memorial right here on CTV Sports. Welcome back, folks. Live here at field number 3, Grand Champions Polo Club. This is the Memorial, the first semifinal match of the Memorial. our Memorial Day tournament. A little bittersweet here this weekend. This is our final tournament of our spring season. And we're going to be packing things up and heading north to the Aspen Valley Polo Club, our sister club, our summer destination here at the Grand Champions Polo Club. But we have more action for you right here. Chucker number 6 underway with Fred Mannix bringing this ball into play. Keeping this one going here. Mannix over to Collingwood. Collingwood, he's got Roldan there. Keeping a close watch on him. It's going to be Collingwood sending this one up the field here, looking for Jason Crowder, looking for space. Here we go. Crowder working his way down, trying to get this one to the goal mouth, and he's going to find the high mark there. Nicely done by Jason Crowder. Getting a point added to his column. Nice pickup here. Watching the replay as he works his way down the field. Crowder with Bollini following behind. Unable to make a defensive play there, Bollini, and Crowder is going to score. So we're going to head back over here to center field. And here we go. Ball's on the ground, coming out of there with it. This is going to be Fred Mannix. Mannix gets this one. Crowder unable to make contact with it. It's going to be picked off here by Roldan. Nic. Ooh, kicked by the pony there momentarily. Here comes Tocalino, though, picking up the play. 4-3 Graces. Tocalino maintains his possession here. Losing the handle on it now. Coming in is going to be Collingwood. Sends it over here to the corner. Deep in the corner here. And here comes Mannix. Keeping this one under control for Newport. Fred Mannix keeping this one to himself here, working his way down the field. He's got Tocalino coming in to apply some pressure here. Tocalino, that pressure pays off. Rides Mannix over the line and gets a shot off here to Collingwood. Now it's going to be Bollini once again. 4-3 Graces. Bollini, perfectly placed pass here for Nic Roldan. Over center field now. Nic. No, not what he wanted to do there. Ball left behind. Gene Goldstein coming in. Nicely done there by Gene. Unfortunately, goes to the mallet of Tocalino, but Tocalino just unable to keep that one under control. Collingwood now in control for Newport. Collingwood. Tommy Collingwood. Nicely done here, working his way back to the goal. And Collingwood gonna get one there. Nicely done. Beautiful goal by Tommy Collingwood. Get a nice look at this one on the drone footage. Collingwood off to the left-hand side. Works it back here. And perfect little play. And he's going to get his team within 1 now. 9-6 the score here in Chucker number 6. Our final courtesy change of the match happening right now. And we'll see what's going to happen here in the bottom half of the 6th Chucker. This next bowling is very important. A very important play coming up here. Can 3 Graces hold on? Can Newport come back? Still enough time for anything to happen here. And here we have the players making their way back out onto the field, ready to get the second half of our final Chucker underway. Again, I mentioned before, we have another game scheduled for this afternoon at 5:15 p.m. here local time. If you are in the area, please join us. Come out. It's going to be over on field number 1. That being said, there is some weather on the forecast. best way to stay up to date with all of the information regarding our schedule, and especially updates regarding weather, is to check out our app available on the App Store or the Play Store, or you can always go to gcpolo.com. But that is the best way to keep up to date with all of our information here at the Grand Champions Polo Club. So please continue to check that app throughout the afternoon here with that impending weather. Let's figure out what the plan is. Here we go. Ball's on the ground. And Collingwood tried to get that one under control, but it's going to be Tocalino. Tocalino now stolen back here by Mannix. Fred Mannix, bad luck into the pony of Roldan. Roldan comes in, picks up the ball, but Collingwood is there. And the whistle sounds. Get a nice view of this one here. The back shot by Fred off the pony of Roldan. Roldan picks up the ball. Collingwood coming down that line there. And it's going to go in favor of Collingwood. Penalty number 5 from the spot of the infraction here in favor of Newport. They trail by 1 goal here. Mannix sends this one down, looking for Crowder. Crowder tried to get a hold of that one, had some trouble with the bouncing ball. Picked off now by Roldan. Nic Roldan. He's got Crowder on his hip. Roldan, though, now backed out by Crowder. Crowder over to Collingwood. Collingwood, he's going to get his pocket picked here by Roldan. And Nic trying to get around Jason. He does. Avoids the hook. Or no, he doesn't avoid the hook there. That ball's left behind, but it looks like the whistle has sounded here. So, take a look at this on the replay. Roldan is there. He gets it, sends it under the pony of Jason. And a little bit of contact was made there. We see that on the drone footage. We can see our mounted official discussing the play with our unmounted official. We do play with a solo umpire here in our spring league at Grand Champions Polo Club, but no fear, folks. There are always 2 officials at every game. And we also have the umpire triggers in effect in our studio, so we always have the ability to check whether it was a goal or not. If the umpire on the sideline needs to get a little extra look, the umpire triggers are in effect. So they're still discussing this play here. Very crucial play. Very crucial play, very crucial result of this whistle. The players eagerly waiting the result here. Looks like we are marching towards the south. We can see our mounted official heading towards south. The south goal. And he's going to go ahead and drop that ball there. Nic Roldan. Over there, starting to get it teed up. Still a little bit of discussion happening out there, but it is going in favor of the Three Graces polo team. Nic Roldan behind the ball. And here comes Roldan with the penalty number 4. And we see the umpire's hand go straight up, so that had to have been dead center. Our mounted official put his hand up almost immediately on that one. Or no, it was not a goal. My apologies. I was reading the umpire's signal there. Here is Roldan now with the ball. That was a knock-in down there. Stolen back here by the Three Graces. Nic Roldan wanting some redemption on that missed goal opportunity. And it's going to be Tocalino. Santi Tocalino. Santi. And the redemption they get here off the mallet of Santi Tocalino. You see him celebrating a little bit there. Nicely done. There. 10-8 now the score. Tocalino gets his team to double digits here in the final moments of Chucker number 6. Still plenty of time left on the clock as we line up here on our mounted official. That ball put on the ground, skirts out the back of the pack. It's going to be picked up by Fred Mannix. Mannix now looking around, checking his surroundings. He's got Gino going forward. He's got Jason playing close. He's also got Collingwood going forward. Trying to keep this one under control here. And looks like the whistle will sound there. Got a little bit of some funny angles in that one. A little too close for comfort. Umpire Dale Sweats blows his whistle, stopping the action here. 2 goals separate these two teams here in the 6th Chucker. And it's going to go in favor of Newport. Fred Mannix getting this one teed up now. Mannix. Got it teed. Let's see. He will do the honors here. Nicely done. Mannix fires one with authority. Gets his team back within 1 now. Nicely done there by Fred Mannix. Fred Mannix has been playing great this entire spring season. Of course, Fred, one of our players in the World Polo League with his Alegria team. No, Fred Mannix, he's a very fun player to watch and always gives it his 100% here. Fred trying to steal this one away in the bowl-in, unable to. Bollini going to send this one over, and it will be Tocalino to pick it up for 3 Graces. Santi Tocalino. But look at that. Fred Mannix gets a hold of that one, gets a little hung up on the neck of the pony. Still a live ball here is Goldstein. All right. Whistle sounds. Clock is stopped. Possession will go to 3 Graces. All right, so here we go. Roldan fires this one down here. Not a lot of time remains in this Chucker. Collingwood going to stop it from going over the end line. Not enough time here. Collingwood sends a big one up the field. But that is going to do it, folks, for our 6th and final Chucker here of semifinal number 1 here in the Memorial. Congratulations to 3 Graces. Coming out victorious here. But, man, Newport played a heck of a game here today. We do have another match scheduled for this afternoon. I mentioned throughout this broadcast, please keep an eye on our app or website, GCPC, available in the App Store, in the Play Store, or gcpolo.com for any updates regarding our 5:15 game. We do have some weather coming in, so please keep an eye on that. And on behalf of everyone here at the Grand Champions Polo Club and CTV Sports, I'd like to say thank you, and we will see you on the next broadcast.